The following is a special Wayne Hills Television sports presentation.
Between the visiting Passaic Valley Hornets and your Wayne Hills Patriots. Tonight's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the NJSIAA. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated, could subject the violator to rejection, and may result in penalties being assessed against your team. It is expected that all spectators will demonstrate good sportsmanship and will do nothing to jeopardize the safety or comfort of the players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. Also, a reminder that all tobacco products are prohibited on school grounds. Thank you and enjoy the game. First, let's introduce the starting lineup for the visiting Hornets. Sophomore guard, number 1, C.J. Moore. Junior center, number 10, Nate Redden. Senior forward, number 11, Tristan Corporal. Senior guard, number 3, Jaden McGuire. And senior guard, number 22, Derek McCulka. And the Hornets are coached by John Rosser, assistant coach Justin Upton, once again the PV Hornets. And now for your Wayne Hills Patriots starting lineup. Junior guard, number 1, Cherno St. Paul. Junior guard, number 24, Brooklyn Jelinski.
What's that?
Senior forward, number 3, Chris De La Cruz. Senior guard, number 23, Andrew Castillo. And senior guard, number 10, Justin Graves.
So minorities out.
And the Patriots are coached by Kevin Grimes, assistant coaches Donnie DeDeo, Mike Palladino, and Mike Abate. Once again, your Wayne Hills Patriots. The officials for this evening's game are Chuck DePrima, Dave Bolani, and John Abatista. Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem?
Happy New Year from Wayne Hills TV as we welcome 2026 with what should prove to be a captivating matchup between the Passaic Valley Hornets and your Wayne Hills Patriots. We welcome you into the booth. I'm Brandon Stone here with Jane Hughes and Julian Minervini. And Jane, Wayne Hills coming off a heartbreaking 1-point loss against Northern Highlands. How do you expect them to rebound?
Rebounding should not be an issue as Hills appears to be like a taller and more athletic team, but we have to look for Justin Graves, who's leading the team with the most rebounds, as well as Cherno St. Paul, because, you know, he can get up there for a rebound.
And Julian, this game is marked by the return of Brooklyn Jelinski. What impact do you expect to have in this game?
Brooklyn Jelinski is going to bring a lot of much-needed shooting for this matchup. Also, he brings a lot of energy to this team, and he's going to make this team a lot better.
Well, we are underway in the Gifford Gym as the Wayne Hills wins the opening tip, and it is Jelinski indeed driving for the basket, and he kicks it out to St. Paul. St. Paul passed it to Graves. Now over to St. Paul, looking inside for Graves. Doesn't like the look. Now he goes back to Graves. Graves backing him inside, goes for the layup, and it's in. And Wayne Hills gets the scoring started with Justin Graves.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Justin Graves is the playmaker for Wayne Hills. He has the most assists, but he's not afraid to score either.
So Passaic Valley, some quick passing there, and Jaden McGuire scoops it in. And we are even. McGuire steals it from Jelinski, but just out of bounds. Brooklyn Jelinski caught a break there, a little too sloppy with the crossovers and rolled out of his hands, but luckily out no harm. So now Jelinski will bring it up the court, guarded by McGuire, and Jelinski puts it up and rattles around the rim and out, but then Jelinski manages to make a rip for it, and CJ Moore takes it.
Both of these teams are playing with a lot of energy right now. Really good sign for both teams.
So Moore passes it to McGuire. McGuire kicks it out. Now it's Moore looking for it. St. Paul with some defense, but he's unable to get the rebound, and Moore puts it back up for two. And Passaic Valley takes an early 4-2 lead. Now Jelinski bring it up the court. Tries to make a move on McGuire. Jelinski rattles around, and the lay. Put a little spin on that one. Wayne Hills in the full court press right now. And able to draw the foul is Moore. That one will be, or looks, oh, that'll actually be out of bounds. My mistake. And Justin Graves will inbound the ball from Wayne Hills. Excellent full court press defense right there. So pass into Jelinski. Graves passes out to Castillo. Castillo driving in, kicks it out to De La Cruz. Now back to Castillo. On the wing to Jelinski. Tries to drive inside. Bit of a step back, and it's Jelly. So Wayne Hills reclaims the lead. Jelinski 4 points early in this one, and PV calls timeout.
Jelinski's really using his body, being physical, and he's really taking over this first possession for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, I mean, the impact of Jelinski is already seen. He has for their first 6 points. And what do you guys think about this full court press defense that they've been running?
I honestly think that it's going to be one of Passaic Valley's weaknesses right here. I think that Hills is going to keep putting on the pressure until PV is able to break the press. But also I think like during the rebounds, it's a jumping contest, and Hills needs to box out if they want to out-rebound PV.
So Wayne Hills back in the full court press. Last time they ran it, they were able to get the steal due to the shot by St. Paul and Jelinski. They'll try to run the same play again, but Moore passed it over. And now Diaz drives down the court, draws the foul, almost down one, but cannot fall. And he'll go to the line for two. Foul is on Justin Graves, his first.
Graves has done that a lot this season. He's playing very tough defense, but it couldn't end up being Hill's ball on that possession.
So Corper sinks the first. Wayne Hills 4-4 on the year so far. Had a couple of early losses, but they've been able to rebound as of late. And Jelinski gets the rebound, looking for the fast break. Passes De La Cruz. De La Cruz tries to draw the foul, but will not get the call. That one rattles out. Battle for it. St. Paul trying to get it. Thrown back inbounds by Corpsrue, but it'll land in the hands of Jelinski. Now Jelinski trying to make a move. The foul called on the floor. Basket will not count. So it'll be Graves inbounding it. Inbounded to St. Paul. Passes to Graves. Graves tries to make a move on corkscrew, and Graves lays it in with precision. Some Kareem Abdul-Jabbar action. Bit of a hook right there.
Early in the game, we see Graves and St. Paul connecting early, doing a great job so far.
Well, Cherno St. Paul is able to get the steal. Now a fast break. Tries to draw the foul, but cannot. Jelinski tries to put it back, but it is stolen by McGuire. McGuire going up the court. Passes out to Miklium, and Miklium airballs. So now it's Graves going up the court. Graves tries to put it in. And Cherno St. Paul is right there for the rebound. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. So now it's McKillum taking up the court. Guarded, and St. Paul looking for another steal, but that won't go into the hands of Corkscrew. Corkscrew guarded by St. Paul. Pass to McGuire. McGuire driving in. Off his foot and out of bounds, and Wayne Hills will take possession with a 10-5 lead.
Yeah, we can already see St. Paul being able to put on the pressure on PV, and I think that's going to stay the whole entire game, and I think that's what's going to help Hills build a lead.
So Jelinski taking up the court. McGuire closely guarding him. Passes that out to Castillo. Castillo sinks it. 13-5 Patriots. So now the trap on McGuire once again, but he'll just pass it out to Corkscrew. And now it's Redden with the ball. Back out to Corkscrew and out to over to McGuire. McGuire sees some open room, but he's unable to sink the shot. But it's rebounded by Redden. Back out to Corkscrew, and he sinks this one. So he returns with a 3 of his own. And now it is 13-8. McGuire trying to force a steal as Jelinski will continue to roll, and he's able to gain some opening, and he sinks the floater. What a steal by St. Paul, and he just plucked it right out of the hands of Corkscrew. And that's just an easy basket for the Wayne Hills.
Wayne Hills keeps on bringing the pressure, and it's worked very well for them.
So right now, it's Diaz looking to get it up the court, and he loses it again, and St. Paul with another steal. But this one is ripped out of hands by C.J. Moore. Moore out to McGuire. McGuire flings it to Corkscrew. Corkscrew driving, picks it up for Diaz, thinks about it for a sec, gives it back to C.J. Moore, who passes it in to Diaz, but that one, Redden, but that one's projected. Now St. Paul up the floor again, tries to fit it in to Chris De La Cruz, but it's stolen by McGuire. And now rolling up the floor is Corkscrew, and he does not make the layup. Now Graves passing inside to De La Cruz, and it is right on the money. Wayne Hills up by double digits, and Passaic Valley will call another timeout.
The chemistry on Wayne Hill's side has been looking amazing today, and Passaic Valley needs to adjust to this new energy brought to the team.
This is exactly what Hills wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to build a lead really early, and now you're going to see some of the starters come out and some of the bench come into the game, and they're also going to make an impact.
Well, Wayne Hills has certainly applied the pressure early. Their defense has been suffocating, frankly. And their offense, while they definitely haven't been making every shot, they've been doing more than enough on defense to make up for the misses. Their rebounding has been good, and we'll see how that goes as we continue. So checking out now is De La Cruz and Jelinski, and checking in will be senior Jake Minardi and sophomore Connor Chesson. So the inbound to McGuire, taking up the court, now guarded by Chesson. Driving now, C.J. Moore. Moore puts one up, and what a shot off his back leg. Impressive shooting right there. So Chesson will take it up the court. Motions to St. Paul. Minardi tries to set a screen. Graves dumps it off to St. Paul. Now over to Minardi. Now just Castillo. Graves with it at the top of the key. Now Chesson. Chesson puts it up, and no good. So Redden gets the rebound and gives it to McGuire. McGuire guarded by Chesson, And he'll fling it out to Moore, and Moore sinks a shot. And Passaic Valley reduces the lead to 7. Chesson taking up the court, passes it into Graves. Graves, what a move by Justin Graves. Faked the defense out completely and is able to get the under the basket layup.
What an exceptional play by Justin Graves. His athleticism is off the charts, and it's really helping this Wayne Hills team.
Moore takes it up, tries to draw the foul on Minardi, but Minardi doesn't bite. But it'll be out of bounds on Minardi, and Passaic Valley will retain possession. So now it's Reed Martins checking in for Cherno St. Paul, and it'll be Tristan Corpsrew checking in for Nathaniel Redden. Moore guarded by Minardi. Give it to Corpsrew. Corpsrew guarded by Jelinski, who's also back in the game. Jelinski rolling up the floor. Jelinski might have a chance to take it, and he lays it in for the deuce. Now taking up the court, guarded closely, able to get it out. Corpsrew sinks the triple. 23-15 now. 15 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Jelinski in no rush. Graves sets the screen. Jelinski loses it for a sec. Diaz falls. Jelinski is short. So at the end of the first quarter, it is Patriots 23, Hornets 15. Jane, what have you seen in this first quarter so far from the Patriots?
I mean, Hills is non-stop pressure on PV, and right now they haven't responded. And I think right now the only weakness in their press, like Hills' press, is that they're letting the ball get up the court, and then not everybody from Hills is getting back, so they get the open shot.
And Julian, what have you seen in what has been, I think, an impressive first quarter for Hills?
When I think of this Wayne Hills team, I think of fast-moving, and it's been all that in this first quarter. The pressure, the athleticism by all the players. They're doing great. They're sinking shots, and it's definitely helping them make this 8-point lead.
I mean, Brooklyn Jelinski's impact is undeniable. He seems like he's at the center of almost every play. And then on defense, St. Paul is getting steal after steal after steal. The Hornets really haven't found a way to crack the Wayne Hills defense. They've gotten a few shots off, but consistently they're running plays. Meanwhile, for the Wayne Hills, it looks like they're primarily relying on rolling to the basket, quick passing. They're taking some threes, but they're not taking that many outside shots, whereas Passaic Valley is taking a lot more, and they're not making nearly as many as Wayne Hills. So to start the second quarter, it'll be CJ Moore dribbling up the floor. Pass it out to the corner. Moore puts it up for 3, short. Minardi with the rebound. Gives it to Chesson. Chesson now to Jelinski. Jelinski from long range. Bang! 26-15. So guarded closely by Minardi and St. Paul, and he'll pass it out to Corpsrew, and that'll be called for a foul. Or maybe out of bounds. And Corpsrew will pass it in to CJ Moore. Moore passing it around. The triple is no good from McGuire, but Corpsrew able to rebound it and out of bounds. McGuire not quite aware of where he was on the court, and the ball will go back in Wayne Hills' favor.
Yeah, Brooklyn Jelinski both on the offensive and defensive side. He's definitely making his presence known.
Jelinski passes it to St. Paul. Back to Jelinski, and he'll grab Graves inside. Tries to roll inside. St. Paul thinks about driving. Shoots the triple instead and buries it.
Even more ball movement by Wayne Hills from Jelinski to Graves to St. Paul. It's looking great.
29-15 now, as just seems like Passaic Valley cannot keep up with Wayne Hills' fast-paced offense. Right there, Graves is able to tip it, and that one will just fall right back into the hands of McGuire. McGuire now passing it around. It's McCallum with the shot, and that one is out and no good. Jelinski passes it up to St. Paul. St. Paul driving to the rim, and he banks it in. 31-15 now. Now passing it over the middle. McGuire, guarded by St. Paul, able to get it past Chesson. Finds Moore, now back to McGuire. Moore at the key. Redden passes it out to Moore. Moore able to draw the foul.
Moore is doing a phenomenal job. He's making his presence seen on the court. He's drilling shots, and he's definitely a bright look for this Passaic Valley team.
So Chesson and Graves will check out for De La Cruz and Castillo, and that one will go out of bounds. So the inbound to St. Paul, and he will take it up the court. Passes it over to De La Cruz. Cruz looks for Minardi. Jelinski, step back, buried. 34-15. And he is just such a sharpshooter. The way he is playing, you would not know it's his first game of the season because he is playing in full season form. And right there, he is able to get right in the face of Redden and make another defensive stop. Gives it over to Minardi, open for three, and that one is good. 37-15 now, and Passaic Valley is forced to call a timeout, and Wayne Hills has been pouring it on in this second quarter.
Brooklyn Jelinski, not only as a scorer, but his playmaking and defense has been extraordinary in this second quarter.
Yeah, I don't think Brooklyn has missed a shot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, he can take it deep from three, or he can go make a layup or pass it out. And I think right now he's making that impact for Hills and letting them be able to score and keep that pressure going on the Hornets.
I mean, Jelinski is a player that can just play in all aspects of the game. He can play defense. He can shoot from far out. He can drive into the layup. He can get rebounds. He is making accurate passes too, all the while. Jake Minardi on that three right there that forced the timeout, and that's just a microcosm of what has been happening all night. Passaic Valley does not have an answer for Brooklyn Jelinski, nor do they have an answer for the stingy Wayne Hills defense, who has not allowed much of anything in the second quarter. So Passaic Valley looking to regroup here. And Corkscrew will inbound the ball.
We resume play. 5:24 remains in the opening half. Hornets with the ball.
Still have the four-court press on.
37-15.
And the trap yet again. Minardi guards Corkscrew. Redden up the court. Redden gives it to Moore. Redden to McGuire. McGuire driving in, guarded by St. Paul. Kicks it out. Driving is Corkscrew. Corkscrew misses everything but the backboard. And Jelinski tries to make it past St. Paul, but it is intercepted by McGuire. And right there, Corkscrew is able to get the fast break layup in and narrow the Wayne Hills lead to 20. Jelinski slowing the pace down a little bit. And able to draw the foul on McGuire. Minardi and St. Paul will check out in favor of Martins and Graves. And Martins will inbound the ball over to Graves. Pass it out to Jelinski. Graves tried to slip in behind the back of Redden, but he can't. And Jelinski will just put up a layup, triple coverage, and rebound off of Passaic Valley and out of bounds. So Graves inbounds the ball to Martins. Graves tries to put a move on, looks for Jelinski down low, but can't find him. And now it'll be De La Cruz He might be a center, but right there, he puts it in from long range, far behind the three-point line. I don't think Passaic Valley expected him to shoot that with how close defensive coverage they're playing, or lack thereof. And going up for the layup right there is Xavier Diaz, and he is able to draw the foul on Justin Graves.
Going back to that shot by De La Cruz, he's able to do a lot of things right, and that was one of them. He's done this a lot this season, and he continues to be a great shooter, although he's a bigger person.
I mean, Wayne Hills has so many great options that just work together seamlessly. It's difficult for Passaic Valley to stop. And right here, shooting from the line, Diaz misses the first. That's Graves' second foul in this first half of action. So the second free throw is also no good, and Diaz cannot convert either opportunity. So Jelinski trying to make a move. Pass it out to Graves. Graves maybe looks back inside, and that one will go out to Castillo. Castillo puts it up off the glass and in. 42-17 now. Stolen by Reed Martins, and he'll just put it in for the easy lay. Guarded closely is McGuire. McGuire passes it up the court to Moore. It was Martins maybe looking to Jose Alvarado action right there, the behind-the-back steal, but nothing doing. And driving to the basket is McGuire. Loses it off his leg, and Wayne Hills will get possession once again. So Jelinski taking up the court, guarded by McGuire. Castillo with it. Castillo off the mark. Now guarded closely by Graves, but he's able to get out of it. And Xavier Diaz, mental mistake right there, couldn't stop himself in time, and to travel, and yet another Hornets turnover, which seems to be the story of this game.
Although they're deep into the second quarter, Hills is still making their presence shown on defense, still playing hard and bringing all of the energy.
So making two changes here. Castillo will step out for Cherno St. Paul. And Jake Minardi will check in for Brooklyn Jelinski. So Minardi gives it over to Graves. Graves, what an excellent move right there, but he's not able to get the shot to go. And St. Paul flying in there for the rebound. Martins rolling to the basket, but no good. And St. Paul's able to get the steal again. I mean, what can't you say about this player? He is so scrappy, and he can just get to all ends of the floor at seemingly all times. He never lets a possession go.
He's been doing this all season. His defense has been incredible all season long.
So blowing by Reed right there. I'm sorry. That's De La Cruz right there was Diaz and had a bounce. So Justin Graves and Chris De La Cruz will check out for Evan Smoes and Connor Chaston. Trying to inbound it now. Gets out to Corpse Brew. Corpse Brew over to CJ Moore. And for three, no good from McGuire. Now Diaz rolling, and the foul is called. It'll be on Jake Minardi. His first. So 3 fouls in this quarter for the Patriots. Corpse Brew will inbound it as we are under 2 minutes to play here. This first half of action, Wayne Hills up 46-17, led by a dominant second quarter. Now Corpse Brew tries to drive in, and he loses possession of it. Martin's chasing after the ball. Martin tries to hit Minardi in the lane, but perfectly stolen by McGuire. McGuire rolling to the basket now. He'll dump it off to Redden. Redden tries to get the lay to go. Samoas tries to draw the charge, but no need. Minardi wide open for the layup, and he puts it in easily on the fast break. And Passaic Valley will usually let another timeout.
Wow, Hills is not letting up any pressure. They're just going to keep on going.
I mean, yeah, they're going full throttle. The 31-point lead has not slowed them down at all. They're still playing as if it is only a 5-point game right now. I mean, the first quarter they played very well, don't get me wrong, but I think if my math is correct, they've outscored them by almost 20-something points in the second quarter. I believe Passaic Valley's only scored 2 points in this quarter. It really has gone from a game where Wayne Hills was in control, but Passaic Valley was right in it, to a game where it seems like Passaic Valley has completely outmatched.
Hornets Bowl, 48-17 the score in favor of the Patriots.
So inbounding it will be Diaz now. Heads it over to McGuire. Minardi going up the court, trying to get the steal from behind. Passed it out. In and out for McCallum. And rebound by Samoas. Chesson driving to the lane. Passes out to Samoas, now to St. Paul. And Moore bites a little early, and he'll have to pay for that mistake. St. Paul makes it 50-17.
Wow, being very physical, using his body. General St. Paul can do it all in this game.
And Chesson, in great play, high basketball IQ play by the sophomore right there, forces the pickup by C.J. Moore. He didn't want to pick it up that early, did it in motion, and that is a travel and Patriots ball yet again with 47 to play in the second quarter. So Chesson will inbound it to St. Paul. Samoa sets the screen. St. Paul trapped now. Chesson guarded by McGuire. Intense pressure, but he has no fear, and he'll roll to the basket, but that can't get that one to go. McGuire passes up the court looking for C.J. Moore, and he is able to bank one in. So 50-19 now. 31-point advantage. St. Paul looking to get by Passaic Valley. And jump ball right there. And it'll stay with Wayne Hills.
Although Hills has taken over this game, I think McGuire on Passaic Valley has shown his presence on the court with defense and offense, also being a great playmaker, just throwing that pass full court down and getting the points.
So Wayne Hills will use a timeout here. But I definitely agree, and I think the duo of McGuire as well as Moore has definitely been the driving force of this Passaic Valley offense. And I can't forget about Corpster as well. Their whole team has made a valiant effort. It hasn't been that they've played poorly at all. In fact, they've actually played a pretty good game. They've been able to get some open looks, play some solid defense, put some defensive pressure on. It's just been more that Wayne Hills is playing so well that their efforts look like they're not making a huge impact on the score in comparison. And, I mean, it is 50-19 right now, 31-point advantage. For reference, Wayne Hills defeated Passaic Valley by 36 points in the football playoffs, and it is a 31-point lead in just the first half right now.
I just noticed that towards the end of the second quarter that PV has finally started not inbounding the ball in that corner where Hills has been able to trap and put on the most pressure, and I think that's allowing them. I think it was just like that one possession that PV had that they were able to get it on the other side of the court without that much trouble, was that they need to start inbounding the ball either in the middle or set screens or something to make sure that that person can either get out of the corner or they're not trapped in the corner in the first place.
Chesson inbounds it to Minardi. Minardi out to St. Paul. St. Paul short. Rebound. Samoas at the buzzer. Minardi needs a shot and can't get it to fall. So after one half of action, Wayne Hills up big, 50-19. What have you seen so far in this game, Julian?
I definitely see a lot of pressure in the beginning by Wayne Hills, and PV had to adjust to that, but it hasn't worked in their favor so far, and that's going to be a key factor to continue this game if Hills continues to do that.
And what have you seen, Jane?
Honestly, Hills just seems like a well-rounded team. It's incredible that their starters can come in and score so many points in such little time, but also when their bench comes in, their bench is keeping the same exact pressure and they keep on scoring as well.
Well, that does it for us in the first half. We'll see you at the return of the third quarter for more Patriots action.
And now for your halftime entertainment, ladies and gentlemen, the Wayne Hills Dance Team. The score 50-19 in favor of
Hello and welcome back to the Wayne Hills Gifford Gym, where the Patriots are leading 50-19 right now. And we have more to McGuire, passing it. More with the ball. Cherno with the big block.
Yeah, it might not be Thanksgiving, Jane, but Cherno St. Paul just brought the stuffing.
Justin Graves with the ball. Tries to pass it to Cherno, but knocked out of bounds. Justin with the inbound. Out to De La Cruz for the three. All net.
Another three by De La Cruz. A great play by him. Keeps on being unexpected for this PV team. They don't expect this to happen.
And
Brooklyn pressuring Corpro. Moore with the ball. Now McGuire driving to the basket, kicks it out, but knocked out of bounds by De La Cruz.
And De La Cruz is not your traditional big man by any stretch of the imagination. He can sink threes, but he can also get steals, and he plays like a player that can be much smaller. However, when he needs to be big, he can be. He can get in lanes. He can get rebounds. He's just an all-around player and just another great addition to what is a terrific Patriots team.
Inbounded to Moore. Diaz with the ball, passing it out to McGuire. McGuire for three. Hits the front rim. Patriots ball. Tried to get a quick one, but the ref stopped it. Now Brooklyn with the ball to Castillo, back to Jelinski. An easy layup.
I mean, the
Now-
passing right there is just impressive. Seem like they're in each other's heads.
Now Moore with the ball to Diaz. Back to Corprew. Now McGuire driving. Kicks it out to Corprew. Corprew for the three. Long. Now Graves with the ball. Good pass to St. Paul for another easy layup for the Patriots.
And this Wayne Hills team clearly shows a team that is just well practiced. They have great chemistry. They know where their teammate is going to be before they're even there. It's just hard to stop a team that is one step ahead in all categories.
Yeah. And Moore with the jumper. Jelinski battling. Foul on McGuire. It'll be Patriots ball on the sideline.
Passaic Valley needs to put up more shots just to make this a more manageable game for them. Even if they're heavily covered, it's something they need to do just to keep this game under control.
And I mean, look, Passaic Valley is not going to win this game, but they still have a lot of ways of improvement. They need to get some momentum for the next game, and that starts with getting some defensive stops.
Exactly. Graves tries to pass it to Castillo. Yeah, I mean, the Hornets have just not quit. Even though they're down by more than 30 points, they're still playing like really, really hard defense, and they're still trying to score. Moore gives it to McGuire. Good job by De La Cruz. Back out to Moore. To Corprew. Corprew drives, tries to kick it out to Diaz. Diaz to Moore. Passaic Valley takes another timeout. The first one of the third quarter.
Passaic Valley, they've scored 2 baskets here in the second half, but they're still struggling with any degree of offensive production. Wayne Hills has slowed the pace down, and I think that's been to Passaic Valley's benefit. But, you know, Passaic Valley is clearly outmatched here, but that's not to say they don't have any talent. I mean, they have shown a lot of bright spots, a lot of good passes. They've had good perimeter defense. It's really the part where the defense is folded has been in the lane and those rebounds. The other thing that's killed them is being able to beat the press. I mean, as you alluded to at the end of the first half, it just seemed like they would try the same inbound play from under the basket over and over, and it would get stolen completely. There just doesn't seem dynamic enough to be able to overcome that trap, which can easily be done through a screen, through the moving point guard, or something of that type. But instead, they're now down by almost 40 just early in the second half.
Yeah. And it will be Passaic Valley ball as they come out of the timeout. Corprew will inbound it. Corprew to Moore.
With the ball.
To McGuire. McGuire drives to the basket, misses, rebounded by Brooklyn to Cherno, and a fast break, easy layup.
Capitalizes after the long pass.
No press by Hills. McGuire brings the ball up to Moore. To Corprew. Drives. Tries to make the layup, doesn't make it. Graves gets the ball, turns it over, and to Corprew for an easy layup.
And Corprew with the layup off the turnover.
Now Castillo drives up the court.
Passaic Valley now in the full court press.
Out to Jelinski. Jelinski drives.
Jelinski gets
And
the
all
ball.
day. Moore brings up the ball for the Hornets. Out to McGuire. McGuire drives again. and does not make it, but rebounds and puts it back. Now from Castillo to Jelinski. Jelinski for the 3. Misses, but McGuire brings up the ball faster to Corprew, but deflected by Jelinski.
I mean, going on off about that layup earlier, the layup package of a lot of these Wayne Hills players, but especially Brooklyn Jelinski and Justin Graves, is just silky smooth. It seems like no matter what angle they're on, they can bank it in. And that becomes so difficult to defend when you feel like you're playing defense when you're smothering them and they're still able to somehow make a basket. It is highly demoralizing.
Yeah. Jelinski, St. Paul, and Graves all come out, and now we have Reed, Chesson, and Minardi in. And Minardi gets the charge by McGuire. He's been looking for that all game.
That's the ultimate team play right there, being able to put your body on the line.
Chesson brings the ball up. Minardi with the ball to De La Cruz. Pump fakes. Tries to go around, but McGuire knocks it out of bounds. Then we have Simoes coming in for Castillo. Chesson inbounds the ball to Minardi. Passes it to Chesson, out to Simoes for the 3 all day.
We can see that Evan Simos is a fan favorite. Like shown in the home opener, he was getting lots of cheers just trying to make his first point, and he definitely does that here today.
Moore with the jumper. Hits the front of the rim. Minardi with the rebound. Brings the ball up to Chesson. Tried to pick and roll with Reed.
I think it's clear that no matter what package Wayne Hills puts on the court, they're somehow able to keep the same intensity.
Simoes with another 3!
Samoas is making it rain.
Moore to McGuire. McGuire tries to drive on Reed, kicks it out to Derek, and Derek with the 3.
Response from the Hornets, this one comes from Makoka.
Now full court press by the Hornets. Chesson easily brings the ball up to Minardi. Drives to the baseline to De La Cruz. De La Cruz to Reed, to Simoes. Back to De La Cruz for another layup. And McGuire will bring up the ball and try to shoot a 3. Banks it in, and it is good.
At the buzzer is good.
What have you guys seen in this third quarter from the Patriots?
I mean, Wayne Hills has undoubtedly slowed down the pace. A lot of their starters have gotten a lot less time this third quarter, and they seem well on their way to a much-earned, hard-earned victory that really was theirs, maybe not from the jump, but from the first quarter.
Although Hills is going to most likely win this game, PV has definitely been able to establish that they could show their place on the court, they could have good defense, they could score, they can make 3s, and they've definitely done that in this third quarter.
Yeah, I think the Hornets have slowed down a little bit, but that just goes to say as the game goes on. But even though they're down still by a lot, they're still trying to fight back, even though maybe they're not making every single layup that they should. I think if they do, it's still, the Patriots are still leading by a lot. And now the fourth quarter will start with Minardi taking out the ball. Chesson brings the ball up. Drives to the basket. Tries for the floater. Doesn't get it. Minardi out to Turry. Turry for a layup. Missed it. Fighting for the rebound. The Hornets come out with it. Abraham with the ball. Kicks it out to Miller. Now Moore has the ball. Drives, spin move. Little put in for Moore. The ball goes into Chesson. Chesson just brings it up the court easily. Kicks it out to Reed. Reed for the three.
Hits for three.
Now Moore brings up the ball again. Screen, pick and roll. And foul on, we will see, I think it will be on Simoes.
Yeah, some players that usually don't get as much playing time are getting in the game here, and they are certainly being an impact to their own. I mean, it seems like no matter who, as I said earlier, Wayne Hills has such good depth that they have a player that can make an impact on every seat on that bench. No one is coming into the game just to fill a spot. Every player can make a unique difference in the game, no matter what the score is.
Agreed. That foul will actually be on Reed, and Redden makes his first free throw. There's some duck noises from the crowd, but Redden makes the free throw anyway. Minardi back to Reed. Reed kicks it to Turi. Turi with the ball. Back to Reed. Reed drives and able to get the layup.
Martin's able to use his size to his advantage right here. He's just able to body to the defender into the paint and get the layup.
Yeah. Moore with another layup. Simoes will bring up the ball. Redden with the pressure. Kicks it out to Turi. Turi tries for three, but just a little long. Little fight for the rebound. It'll end up being Hornets ball.
It's great for Wayne Hills to have some of the sophomores and juniors come off the bench to get more experience, and although they're not playing the whole game, it's definitely helping them improve and become better players in the future.
Yeah. Now Miller with the jumper. To Minardi. Minardi brings it up the court. Drives. Tries for a floater. And tries for the putback, but misses both. Moore with the ball. Drives right away. Kicked out of the hands by Simoes. And now Turi will bring up the ball. Minardi with the ball to Reed. Reed tries for the layup. Turi with the putback.
Turi with his first points of the evening.
Now Diaz with the ball. Drives. Gets fouled. That foul will be on Simoes. Now Diaz will take 2 free throws.
All smiles on this Patriots bench right now, as it has been a dominant win. Right now they're up by nearly 40, and you know, maybe first 2 minutes struggled to get their feet going a little bit, but after that it has been smooth sailing. It really just, they have not really hit the brakes at all game.
Now Diaz 1 for 2 with his free throw attempts. De La Cruz with the ball. Brings it out, resets, but picks up his dribble and flies it out to Turi, which will go out of bounds. Now Diaz will inbound the ball. Back to Moore. Now Miller with it. Now Diaz tries to drive on Reed. It gets knocked out. Now Miller to Mania to Abraham. And Miller kicks it out to Moore for the deep 3. And it goes.
Shot for CJ Moore.
De La Cruz will bring up the ball for Hills this time. Moore applying the pressure, but De La Cruz goes past him, kicks it out to Simoes for the 3, but hits the back of the rim. Now Mania will bring up the ball and get his layup.
That was a good layup right there. Able to use Turi to almost get him up. Definitely a shorter player than Turi, but he didn't let his size stop him.
Kicked out to Cantelli. Cantelli for the three. Hits the back of the rim. Samos kicks it out to Martins. Martins with a big three. Running clock here. Less than 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
All around an impressive win for Wayne Hills and a way to right the ship. They seem to play with anger and tenacity after a game against Northern Highlands, which they definitely had a good shot in, and they have let it show in this game.
Now Miller for the three. Will hit it off the backboard. Turi has the ball now. The Hornets still applying pressure on defense. De La Cruz will take it now. De La Cruz goes past him, kicks it out to Martins. Turi, just ball movement by the Patriots right now. Smos, dribble handoff to De La Cruz. De La Cruz will drive and just misses his layup. Miller will bring up the ball fast. Drives, jump stop, but it will be knocked out by De La Cruz.
Miller has shown a lot of promise in these final few minutes of this game right here. He definitely seems like a player that can maybe make an impact, maybe if not this year, in future years.
Yeah. And now Mania will shoot long.
Wayne Hills TV's own Michael Cantilli in on that defensive stop right there. He can do it in the booth and he can do it on the court too.
De La Cruz will hold the ball right now as there's 15 seconds left. Patriots will take this win running. Impressive win by Wayne Hills over the Hornets.
Wayne Hills 79, Passaic Valley 43.
So that'll be the game. 79-43 victory for the Patriots. Jane, who was your player of the game?
I mean, it has to be Brooklyn Jelinski making his comeback. First game of the season. He helps the team. He was a playmaker today. He was having assists, rebounds, good defense, scoring, all of it.
Julian, what did you see in this game from both sides?
I've seen a lot of pressure on the Wayne Hill side for sure, but as the game continues, I definitely see PV try to make more shots, try to shoot more threes, and it worked sometimes, worked not some of the times, and that's definitely going to be a big thing that Wayne Hills needs to continue.
So that'll do it from the Gifford Gym. 79-43 the final score. By your Patriots, I'm Brandon Stone, signing off for Jane Hughes and Julian Minervini. Good night, everybody.